G'day, welcome to Opal's NZ. I'm Tim, and today we've got a beautiful piece of Coober Pedy crystal. So let's have a closer look. So here's the piece. It's 22 carats, and it's got red, well, orange, and hints of red. Beautiful. So there's a bit of a skin here on the top and bottom. So I'll be taking all of that off. So it'll be a pure crystal once it's finished, hopefully. And I'm looking at, hopefully, if everything works out, going for a long drop shape. So a very long drop, which will be quite nice, I think, with a nice high dome, hopefully. But we'll face it first on both sides and just see what the pattern looks like, how even the pattern is across the stone, and where we may need to slice. Yeah, so let's get to a rubbing. Okay, so we're just at the machine, but just before I fire that up, I just thought I'd show you it again, wet and under a better light. The lights over my machine are the red grass LEDs. They're quite good. Got a really good color rendering index, CRI. So that's a property of these LEDs, which means that they produce the full spectrum of light well, which is good for working with opal, because when you are working with a gemstone like opal, you need to have good lighting. I'm a bit stumped with this one. I'm just going to do a bit of experimenting. So you can see when it's not facing that well. Like, I mean, it gets a bright green flash there, but it's very mossy. It's just facing from the side. So, I mean, it is fairly thick, so I can actually make stones from the side like this. But before I commit to that, I'm just going to have another little play up here on the back. Take that sand out anyway. Here I was thinking this would be an easy cut. I don't know. I'm stumped with this one. You're going to have an examination and come up with a plan. Alright, so as you can see, I've drawn some lines on here. It's a bit ominous. So I really thought this stone would face, but it's really not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it to face it this way. But we'll get on the slicer and try and get these sliced as evenly as possible. I'll probably make the central one a little thicker, being a bit longer. So yeah, let's get on the slicer. So I just weighed it just out of curiosity's sake. It's 13.2 carats. I'm just going to weigh it again immediately after I've sliced it, just to see how much this disc will waste through this process, so that'll be interesting. Hit my mark. That's looking pretty good. Alright. Next one. Excellent. Man, I am shaking. And look at that. Alright. Looks like I may have made the right decision. Phew! Okie dokie, let's weigh them up and yeah, and I am shaking after that. So there we go. Okay, so these are 3 pieces. Yeah, I'm really unsure why it didn't face. I mean, you can see there is that watery bar there, so maybe if I had it just kept going down, it could have hit colour, but I mean, I did test it fairly deeply on that end, and it just wasn't facing there, as you can see. I mean, it's got a bit of a pen mark there, but it just wasn't facing. You look at it there. I don't know. Hard to say. Maybe I could have just come down. I would have lost half the stone weight, but anyway, it is what it is now. So, and that looks pretty good. They're going to face up nice, and I'm going to have 3 pieces which will be matching. 11.73. Well, that's interesting. So it went from 13.2 to 11.73. So that is 1.5 carats gone just from slicing. Cool bananas. Alright. Well, that was good. I'll shape them up and get them on some dopsticks. Alrighty, so we're done. I polished the backs as well, and this is our little set that we've got. The pair isn't quite perfect, but it's pretty close. Size and shape wise, they're pretty close. And there's still a bit of wax on there. I polished the backs as well. And the back of this one here is better than the front, which is a bit it's a bit funny. Well, they're pretty similar, but it does look better. I think it might look better because it's flatter, but either way, it's all good. It's all good. So, oh, that's a little inclusion there, which is fine. That'll stay in. That's actually the one that was sort of closest to the outside, so on the thumbnail that's the part that was showing, and it's probably the brightest piece out of all the pieces. So there's the pair. You can see they're pretty close. This one's slightly longer, just a fraction, but weight wise they're almost identical. 1.63 carats each. So that's yeah, just over 3 carats for those two. And then the middle stone is 3.6 carats. And that's got a couple of inclusions on the side. The cut is not quite perfect, so I might give it another bit of helping hand there. Yeah, I may give it more of a dome. I'm not sure yet. I wanted to polish the back to see what that looked like, and that's what the back looks like. Very nice. Back kind of looks better from this, like from a sideways perspective. But yeah, those are the 3 stones. So I mean, looking at that, that's where it wasn't facing. I was trying to come down onto that bar and I just wasn't seeing it facing. I even came down on the tip there to try and get close to that bar, and you can see it just doesn't face that way, and then it faces that way. So I think, yeah, I'm happy with my decision, but in hindsight I think I possibly could have got a big single piece by just keeping on going down, but either way it's done now, so I'm happy with that. And I quite like that that look too. Actually, that's the back. For a set, it could almost make a necklace, something like that. Or you could have that as the necklace and these 2 as earrings. Nice big earrings. So yeah, I think it's, all in all, it was a success. Made a bit of profit, I'd say. So it's about 7 carats total here is our yield. The original piece was 22 carats, so that's about a third, so not bad, and pretty bright. I'm going to call that a B3 with a mixture of rolling flash. What patterns is that? This one here is, yeah, so it's got a rolling flash, a little bit of floral, and it's a crystal, and they all are. This one here is a little cloudy, unfortunately, which makes it not quite a perfect pair. It's got a bit of cloud up there. But again, rolling flash, floral, and a bit of moss. And this one, again with the rolling flash and the floral. Yeah, nice, eh? Pretty nice. Pretty crystally too. So yeah, I'd probably go, I'm not sure, probably go 400 a carat. So yeah, I can't complain at that. Actually, maybe with the inclusions, maybe bring it down a little bit. So anyway, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Next week we have a awesome piece of gamble rough, which I'm hoping is going to be bright as. So yeah, it is a gamble piece. There's sand and whatnot, but it's a big piece, and yeah, I've got a feeling it's going to turn out good. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, and subscribe and all that good stuff. Hit the like button, make a comment, and we'll catch you next time.